Hey y'all, it's your girl Key. Thank you for kicking with me. I hope everyone is doing well. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you're seeing this on YouTube, or press the follow button if you're on my other social medias. This is going to be a collective love reading, okay? I feel like I'm not the only one getting the signs that love is coming in for a lot of us, all right? And I hate to say it because a lot of you, if you're like me, I hate men. I'm tired of men, okay? So, but I've been getting the signs, and I feel like this is it's an energy that needs to be put out, because I do feel like a lot of you guys are also looking for insight of kind of what's going on in your love life. So we're gonna look into this kind of this energy. I've been channeling a couple songs, okay? So the first song is Open Wounds by Latoya Green, I think is her name. And this is for the feminine energy that I'm picking up on. There is still a feminine energy, the divine feminine right now is still a little wounded, okay? You're healing your heart. And it's crazy because a lot of you have healed past a lot of things that you have been traumatized with, but it seems like the past is coming up more because you're purging, okay? So it's coming up, and it's kind of like, it's like you're integrating your past with your present self, but you're acknowledging it in a different way, understanding it in a different way. And it seems like things that you were pushing to the back are coming up, so you can release and finally let go, so you can make room. And I'm also getting that there's a masculine energy who has finally surrendered, okay? They surrendered to their feelings. They have surrendered to the fact, hey, this might be, I might be my own blockage when it comes to attracting a healthy connection or operating in a healthy manner when it comes to love, all right? Take what resonates, apply what applies, and if it don't, let it fuck fly, all right? So the overall energy I got for you guys when it comes to your love life, this is a turning point where a lot of people are getting forced to express themselves with the expression here, okay? It says the frequency of expression supports our ability to bring out the true essence through many different forms of communication. So a lot of you guys just know communication is coming in, okay? This could be someone new. You could be meeting somebody new who's expressing themselves, and you're like, damn, I manifested this person. Others of you, this could be somebody just coming in, or just could be you just learning how to express yourself from an authentic place, okay? So I get right now, the throat chakra is being activated in a lot of people. There is about to be some conversations where a lot of you are going to have to, some of you are going to have to sit and just listen and be present. Others of you, it's time for you to express yourself in your true feelings, okay? And a lot of you are also being pushed to express yourself in different ways. There's different ways to communicate. Some of you guys can use music to communicate, or a lot of you could be re-downloading, like if you're an empath like me, you channel a lot of music. So this is somebody's way of expressing to you how they feel, and you're picking it up before y'all have a conversation. But I also feel like for a lot of you too, expressing yourself through your creative endeavors, okay? One thing, like I'll give you an example, like for me, the way I heal, like express what I'm going through, I journal and I write poems, okay? So that's just different ways, but I do get here that there is some type of communication coming in to talk about the past to move forward, okay? Some of y'all could be seeing 119. That is all about letting go of the past to move forward to a new beginning. And a lot of you guys also could be seeing 118, which is also being open to receiving your abundance, okay? Being open to receive. Because a lot of you don't know, and I've been finding a lot of cards around my house. Like I said, I clean my house, all right? I was clean every Friday. Every Friday and every Sunday I do deep cleanses. But I found this card that says, love is coming your way. Are you ready to meet the one? They are your perfect match, okay? So a lot of you right now, love is coming, okay? The wait was worth it, okay? One thing I'm learning about me right now, I'd rather wait for the right one and be married correctly than married to the wrong one. All right. And I feel like that's what a lot of you guys are realizing right now, is like the wait is worth it, because ain't shit out in these streets. Ain't shit out in these streets. So, but the overall energy is duality. It took you guys having to realize, like having to incorporate your shadow side with your light side. So I also get, for a lot of you, there is a masculine energy I said earlier, and look what's underneath this. The divine masculine. Some of you guys have a masculine energy coming in or attached to you who has finally surrendered to what they feel, okay? This is somebody who's not running from the connection. This is someone who's not running from their emotions of wanting love or wanting a partnership. Like I said, if this is you manifesting a new love, you are manifesting somebody who is emotionally available, emotionally intelligent. I feel like that's what a lot of you are wanting in a connection with somebody, is somebody who's emotionally available, who gives you that reassurance, who leave space for you to be thriving in your feminine energy. Okay, so there is a masculine energy who is finally listening to their heart, and like I said, they're finding the balance between their heart and their mind at this time. And I feel like this masculine had to go through the dark to find the light. They had to go through a lot of tests, a lot of lessons, and realize a lot of things about themselves, who they were attached to, who was around them, where their patterns come from, how they operate, and why they operate the way they operate. And it's due to the friendship, okay? I do feel like friendship is a big thing when it comes to the connection that you guys are manifesting, or the connection you're connected to. There is a strong friendship here. And I do feel like a lot of you are in this energy where you want a friend before a lover. You want someone you can, no matter what you guys go through, you guys are able to talk about, because that's my friend first. And a lot of you are realizing that is what a strong foundation is. It correlates to a friendship. I gotta like you before I love you. I gotta be able to understand you as a friend. I gotta be able to know that I could be vulnerable and safe with you as a friend before I could be your lover. And I feel like for a lot of you feminine, this is what you've been manifesting. Okay, you've been learning to be your friend first. Okay, you've been learning through your friends' connections. But I also do feel like a lot of you, also the divine feminine energy right now, you guys have been working on being your best friend. Okay, and by you doing that, it has caused you to gain your freedom. Okay, a lot of you are in this energy where you're very stable, independent, confident. You're in your own world. So it's like whoever is trying to be connected to you, they have to be able to be, secure within themselves. They also have to be able to show up for you the way you are needing it. And I do feel like a lot of you divine feminines are actually now the runner. Okay, a lot of you were the chaser and you did the work, and now you're the runner. Okay, and I feel like some of you, if this is somebody from your past, is like you're running from this person because you've seen what life was like without this person. Because when you did give them a chance, they didn't appreciate you or value you. So it scares you. It's triggering that vulnerability, and that's where your guys are pushing you to express that, okay? Or to be open. I also get this, there's a divine feminine energy right now who is like, I've seen this before. Like you guys been intuitively picking up somebody coming back, or somebody from your past coming towards you, because some of y'all might have two energies. Okay, you might have somebody new coming in and somebody from your past coming in, trying to show you they changed. So that's what I'm getting, just the channel messages. Like I said, take what energy or whatever resonate, but just know love is coming in for you guys. Okay, I also do get whoever you're coming in connection with, you guys are going to have a strong loyalty to each other. And I do feel like y'all are going to be triggering a lot of people around you. So you guys are going to have to really stay protected spiritually and physically, which means, some of y'all are going to have to move in silence, but others of you, if you're the divine feminine, you're going to have to do the spiritual work behind the scenes, like prayers, your protection spells. But it just seems like at this time, it's like the freedom, whoever you're going to be with, you both are going to be your authentic selves. Like you guys are going to be able to be free and like have no cares of what anybody says about y'all's connection. That's what I'm getting. So I did pull some messages, okay, to see who this energy is. So you guys do have somebody from the past come back. You have spinning the block, testing you on your boundaries. So you do have somebody who's coming back around to spin the block and to test you on your boundaries to see, are you going to fold? Are you going to believe, because I do feel like some of you, this person that's from your past has a tendency to gaslight, okay? They have a tendency to love bomb. They have a tendency to come in and see if you'll be open to them, and they disappear. So your response is, my favorite way, don't be nice to these niggas. But I do feel like a lot of you are getting tested on to see how much you have healed when it comes to this person. Are you going to let them just dictate your emotions? Or are you going to make this person prove themselves? Okay, that's up to you. But you guys are attracting somebody who wants to be your business partner. So if you have a business, or if you are really good when it comes to being an entrepreneur, or just have a business mindset, this person sees that and they value that, and they feel like they can use you to make smart business moves. Like you don't realize, like a lot of you don't realize that like a lot of people use you, and it's not even a bad way. They use you for insight. They use you for clarity to help them make smart moves. Okay. This came out reverse. It says I'm in a karmic relationships on situationship. And I do feel like this past energy for it to be in reverse is like this person had to realize they were in a karmic situation with somebody that was teaching them a lot of lessons when it comes to material aspects, when it comes to their self-worth and value, because you had underneath it, it says he or she let me get away with things you wouldn't, so I stayed because I'm not ready to grow. So this person stayed in a karmic situation. It's like this person might admit to you, or just you guys already picked this until this person stayed in a karmic situation because they didn't want to grow. They didn't want to do the work. And I always say, I've learned this, thank you to my therapist, that rejection, yes, it's for your protection, but people are not rejecting you. They're rejecting the person they have to be when it comes to being with you. And a lot of you don't realize to be in a healthier connection or to be attached to you, it comes with work because you are always doing the work. You are always transforming. You are always trying to be better. You're trying to expand. And that comes with the spiritual growth. And a lot of people don't like to do the spiritual growth because that comes out with a lot of ugly truths, not just about the people around you, but about themselves. All right. So that's important. So it seems like somebody has finally learned some lessons when it comes to certain connections they were staying attached to. This person could have put you in a third party. Their third party is not just another person. It could be family members. It could be their own ego. But it seems like whatever situation or whoever they were attached to or whatever they were attached to, they stayed longer than they should because they didn't want to grow. They liked being comfortable and unhappy. But then you also get, I'm sorry I made you feel less than what you are. I'm gonna give you your flowers and appreciation. And karmic cycle complete. So like I said, this is like, and it's funny because these two came out flying together all off the table. So it's letting me know that this person has realized that they made the wrong choice or decision, or there was some type of karmic cycle they had to complete through other people. But there's a karmic cycle that has been completed within your connection that's causing you guys to move differently. You also have reconciliation came out first, and then you have, can you please let me back in? I'm ready to show you I can be better. So you do have somebody coming to spin the block, okay? But they're coming to show you they can do better. And I also do feel like this person, and I want to invest in your dreams, that business partner, I feel like somebody realized their karma was watching you grow up on your own, but I do feel like this person realized they can win more with you than without you, because that's why they want to invest in your dreams. And you also have words of affirmations, spoken words, written words, support, uplift, and reassurance. So it seems like this person wants to come in and reassure you, uplift you. So like I said, there's a strong past energy who is coming out for a lot of you, who's coming to do things differently. So let's go and see what's next in y'all's love life. All right, Spirit, what's next in my collective love life? Spiritual strength. So there is going to be some tests, okay, to see have you grown. All right. And this is both parties, the masculine and the feminine energy. You guys are being told there is a new cycle opening, but you guys are both being told to do things differently. All right. Some of you, this masculine keeps coming out. All right. So it seemed like there was some lesson that this masculine had to grow. And I feel like for the feminine, y'all could have been heavily in your masculine energy, and you had to heal that masculine energy when it comes to spiritual strength here. Okay, I do feel like the spiritual strength is growing and learning about yourself. And I feel like this masculine has done the same thing to gain their independence with the 9 here, to go through certain cycles to close out these karmic cycles. But I do feel like for the feminine, there is a masculine energy here who is gaining the spiritual strength to be better, to learn, to grow, and to expand when it comes to their stability, when it comes to their self-worth, their value, how they view themselves. I feel like they have been going through an identity crisis, and I don't feel like the identity crisis is like they don't know who they are. But I do feel like they realized some things about themselves that they needed to work on, but also they also realized their own strengths too. And like I said, this has to do more with a wound when it comes to their confidence, their self-esteem, their value. A lot of you don't realize this masculine really didn't see the value in themselves and what they brought to the table. And I do feel like this person was getting very depleted because they were giving their energy to a lot of things. So they had to heal those aspects with the root chakra when it comes to their self-limiting beliefs, when it comes to their morals or values, which is causing them to go through a breakthrough. They're seeing things clearly now. They're seeing through the bullshit, okay? Yeah, there's a transformation that's happening in your love life, but I feel like this transformation, it was all for spiritual growth, okay? For you guys to be prepared and ready for this love that's coming in with the transformation, the death card here. A lot of you guys can see butterflies. So if you've been seeing butterflies, just know there's a positive change that's happening, and it's happening quickly. And it's funny, I said there's a new beginning in love. Look, love begins. Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment. So it's like, seems like the work you guys were doing in the past is going to play off. It's going to bring in some type of soulmate or rebuild some type of connection that's actually going to end the Ace of Pentacles. This might have took some time. So when I get the Ace of Pentacles, it tells me that something's developing that had took over a year, okay? It took over a year to get some type of stability together. But I do feel like whatever connection is coming in, it's going to have a new beginning. It's going to have a new opportunity, a new foundation to build upon and build on something more emotionally fulfilling when it comes to a strong home setting, when it comes to a foundation, because it took you guys to realize that there was a disconnect, there was a change that needed to be made, something had to be let go, okay? I also do feel like there was some type of missed opportunity in the past that caused this change to happen. I also feel like what also happened is that a lot of you had to go through some type of transformation on your expectations and how love plays out in your love life, okay? How your love life is playing out. You had to release the expectation of what was going right and what was going wrong. So I feel like that's a lot of you had to realize that. Yeah, the mental conflict came out sideways. So it told me a lot of you, a lot of you are hesitant. A lot of you are kind of, like I said, confused. I feel like this is why I have to do this message. There's some type of confusion. There's some internal conflict of, should I open up to this? Should I trust this? I got to protect myself. I don't want to go through this again. Because, and it's funny I said that. I didn't even know this was at the bottom of the deck. Because you guys been hurt. Okay, there has been heartbreak, there has been pain, and you don't want to go through that again. And a lot of you don't, and I feel like for a lot of you, you're being told to express this masculine about basically how the heartbreak that they caused you, or this pain that they caused you, had made you comfortable without them. I don't know. I feel like some of you are having to express how they caused you pain, or even this masculine's having to express of how some of y'all might have hurt this person. You could have let, this masculine does look like they had an abandonment wound, but sis, some of y'all could have hurt this person, and they might tell you like, you hurt me too. It wasn't just me hurting you, it was you hurting me too. You're not the only one who was heartbroken because we weren't together, blah, blah, blah. Just that type of conversation. This is an example. But others of you, if this is new love, you guys are fearful of this love, or being fearful to be open to it. It's like your heart chakra's trying to open up. You're trying to be vulnerable and open up to it, but you're fearful of it because you have been hurt before. But you don't realize the pain was to awaken you to open up more to love. A lot of people don't realize sometimes that heartbreak is what opens you up to realize your worth, opens you up to realize what the capacity of your love, how your love shapes and changes people, or, just opens you up more. So that's what I'm getting for a lot of you guys right now. Yeah, you're getting out this confusion because I feel like you guys are finally choosing a direction. Okay, with the Seven of Cups coming out sideways, with these next two cards coming out sideways, tell me this energy is still shifting, okay? A lot of you are still in this energy of trying to choose the right path to take to come towards, to go towards somebody, or to be open towards somebody. But the only way you can choose a correct path is by speaking up, okay, with the throat chakra. And it's like some of y'all are confused of what direction to go or what to trust, but it's like the only way you could find the clarity what path is for you is by sitting still and listening. A lot of you have a hard time listening. You have to listen to your ancestors, to the signs, to the downloads of the, like I said, some of y'all could be empaths like me and just channel a lot of music. The music that you're channeling is giving you a message of what's coming for you, or what's coming up it needs to be released. Yeah, the waiting game. And the Chariot. Okay, yeah. So a lot of you don't realize there is a higher level commitment coming in. You are picking up the signs, okay? With the crown chakra, you're getting all the downloads. You're getting the message. Some of you guys be having vivid dreams at this time when it comes to this love. I also do feel like a lot of you are purging mentally, okay? The things that affected you in the past when it comes to temptation, when it comes to codependency, when it comes to your fears, when it comes to the toxic habits you had, or just what you went through when it comes to trauma. It's coming up, and you're being told to emotionally withdraw and see things for what it is. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, it had to do with your material aspects, okay? A lot of you did a lot of things, or allowed certain things because of material things. And if it was this masculine did things due for finances, or because they didn't want to lose their stability. And I do feel like they're finally surrendering to that. With the Five of Swords in reverse, they're done playing these mind games. They're done trying to win at all costs, because they realize winning at all costs don't do nothing. It blocked them from their fulfillment. And I feel like for right now with the Nine of Cups here, it's like they realize you are the fulfillment. You are the win. And they are coming back to reconcile, or some of y'all, these are just memories of kind of like from the past coming up of like, what is it you want in a person, okay? But I do feel like a lot of you are going to be ending up in higher level commitments going into the summer. Taurus season might be important. But it's telling me right now you guys are in a waiting period, because this waiting period, there's a transformation happening that's causing you both to see things clearly at this time. It's like you both have to kind of get out your way of being closed off or being fearful of how to move. But I do feel like you guys are going to be moving through these obstacles and these challenges that have been in your way, and it has caused this confusion. So a lot of you guys could be seeing 9s, you could be seeing 4s, 13 is important. 2s, you got 2 2s here, so it'd be 22, could be somebody's birthday. 7s are important, and 5s. There is a change that is happening. It's a positive change, because like I said, it's leading to a higher level commitment. Some of you guys might be moving in with somebody. I also get that also too. Some of y'all might get eloped. I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all might get eloped. All right. What's the 2 of Swords here? Why is the 2 of Swords here? 2 of Swords came out again. It's like there is a stalemate that's happening when it comes to a cycle trying to close out. And the stalemate is basically y'all have to make a decision. You have to make a decision, or this masculine has to make a decision, okay? You have to get out your own way. You guys are in a point where you can't just sit anymore. There is a choice that has to be made. Either you're gonna close this cycle out, or you're going to stay stuck. What is this 2 of Swords? What is this 2 of Swords, Spirit? There's a karmic cycle happening right here. Things are not turning the way it needs to turn in somebody's mindset, because they're going through some type of struggle when it comes to generational curses, or when it comes to finances, when it comes to family situations. It seems like somebody's going through family issues right now. And they're having to move through these obstacles because it's causing them to go through some type of awakening. But it's teaching them to release their expectations of how things play out. They have to learn to move by faith and trust is what I'm getting with the Wheel of Fortune. Like, things might not be going in this person's favor. Or you feel like a lot of you, your love life haven't been going in your favor. And it's due to because y'all haven't been making a choice. Yeah. The Page of Swords here, it's like y'all been sitting and watching, or somebody's been sitting and watching and waiting to see what you're doing. With the Page of Swords here, somebody like watches you from a distance. They check up on you before they move anything forward. But I do feel like there's some type of message that's coming in with the Page of Swords. It's going to be a direct message, okay? Yeah, somebody wants to let go of the past. That's what it is. Somebody's planning, because they're in the process of letting go of the past. They want to plan to come forward. And I feel like this person is trying to plan to come forward. They want to come forward to you the correct way is what I'm getting with the World card here. They're trying to close out some type of cycle of letting go of the past. But I feel like they don't realize to let go of the past, they have to come and communicate and let you know what's been going on with them. Yeah, because they're trying to get their 10 of Cups. So this person is planning to reconcile with you, but they know they are in hot water with the 6 of Swords. And I also do feel like this, y'all been very emotional. It's like things haven't been smooth in this situation to reconcile, or just due to third party energy with the 3 of Cups. Some of you, like I said, there's more than one option coming towards you. You're going to have a choice between your future and your past. Are you going to allow, are you going to be more open to your past? Or are you going to move forward and go in a different direction? That was the stalemate for those who are stuck on trying to leave your past behind. Like, the reason why your love life is kind of be the stalemate, because you're having to process and gain the insight and the knowledge with the Page of Swords here. Like, you've been having to reflect on your past, because you've been still in this waiting area. It's like you're in this land of the unknown, where you're having to integrate your past with your future, but you're learning from your past to move forward. So it's like getting out your own way, like when it comes to the memories, when it comes to certain patterns. Why is the 7 of Cups here sideways? Yeah, so there has been a King of Cups, or just somebody you've been picking up who's emotional about you. They can be manifesting you. They also can be very confused because you have been very standoffish. You can be shown up as someone who's very cutthroat. You're not standing, like, laying down your boundaries. But you picking up this person, like, this person thinks about you a lot. They daydream about you a lot with the High Priestess. There's some secrets you don't know about this person. This person is more spiritually awakened than y'all think. This person has been learning to listen to their intuition. And I also do feel like this person, if they have a spiritual advisor, they've been going to get readings, okay? They've been going to somebody. with the High Priestess here. There is somebody who has been helping them emotionally regulate themselves to understand what they're going through, okay? I also feel like, yeah, High Priestess. Yeah, they've been going to somebody. Didn't I just say that? They've been going to somebody to help them when it comes to understanding and planning out the path and the path and the direction they're going through. And it's funny I said past. So this is somebody that's helping them understand their past, okay, on why they went through what they went through, which is bringing them balance, okay. So whoever this is helping them close out a cycle. We keep getting this world card, so there's a cycle that's closing, and when we got that in the message, there's a karmic cycle that is closing, okay. And I do feel like a lot of you are picking up that this person wants to come in, cooperate with you, work things out, be a team player. It's funny I said they're trying to understand their freaking past because they understand they took a loss by choosing the wrong thing with the Five of Cups here, okay? This person was holding on to a lot of regret, shame. They were crying over spilled milk, things that weren't going in the way, but they didn't realize the 2 cups they had behind them, okay? Which could be the people around them to help them. So it's like this person is getting insight on how to move forward by using other people. And it's funny, I've been picking up in the collective of like, we're learning to be more aligned with people who are aligned with us and use them as a benefit to help us grow and expand. And I feel like that's what's going on right now. The Chariot. The 9 of Cups. Okay. So you guys are going to get your wish fulfillment. There is a strong soulmate, a love connection that's coming your way. There is a path here where you might have an option between 2 people. You have a King of Cups here and you got a King of Wands here. All right. I do feel like the King of Wands here is someone who is very passionate about you, who's very, will like to move things forward and fast, and it's being highlighted here. Like you bring this person a lot of happiness. I also do feel like this person, the King of Wands, was working on their independence, their stability. They've been in hermit mode, but I do feel like this person, like I said, could have been in and out, but this might be a passionate connection, this new person with the King of Wands here that you don't see coming, but you feel. It's funny, you match this person, the King and Queen of Wands. The King and Queen of Wands. You're this person's other half. And if this is not somebody new, this is a strong soulmate or what divine counterpart who has been motivated by you and using their motivation for you, their passion for you, to heal their inner child with the Sun card here, find their joy and their happiness, gaining their independence, and finding ways to get their money up right, find that, be secure within themselves. They've been in hermit mode, but they've been doing a lot of things with you in mind because they know they caused you some pain. So just know you guys are getting a wish fulfillment. You're going to get a connection. You're going to get the higher level commitment. You're going to get married. Some of you might get married. Others of you, you're just going to get that happy relationship that you've been patiently waiting for. But it just took a lot of work, okay? And I feel like this reading came up because a lot of you had to understand what the work you were doing is coming with a reward, okay? And the reward is you have a choice between getting somebody new or, remending with something with somebody from your past. But that's up to you. You just have to get out your own way of fears. All right, Spirit. Can we get a closing message for the collective? Can we get a closing message for the collective? Being at odds. So it seems that both you or your person are on different pages at the moment. Conversation, therapy, or time alone may be needed. Don't worry, you two will find your way back to each other. So I do feel like whoever this past person was, you were at odds with them, or if this is you in a connection with somebody new, you and your person might be on odds, and you might need to have a conversation to figure out how you guys could get back on the same path. Some of you guys are picking up spiritual music, okay? Some of y'all are getting channeling songs. The music I'm telling you is letting you know what's coming on. I don't know why I just channeled Love Reunion. I might need to look that song up. Soul's Ties. An incredible, powerful, emotional bond to someone may be at play here. Be mindful of who you are connected to as it goes beyond the surface. So it seems like there's things that have to be talked about when it comes to you guys both having an energetic connected, like you guys been connected this whole time, or there might be a soul tie where the relationship might be strong, passionate, but you both have emotions involved. But there's a choice and decision needing to be made, okay? And the choice and decision is being made regardless. You guys have to choose. You have to love self. by whatever choice and decision you decide to make, it has to be with the motivation of self, okay? And just know whatever direction and choice you choose, your family and friends will support this, okay? I do feel like somebody's going to admit that they loved you at first sight, and they understand that you guys are more than friends, and that being with you was the best part. Look at the divine flame. But there is a choice and decision that needs to be made. It says it's time to decide what's the best solution. You can no longer prolong this anymore. The longer you wait, the more delays they may cause. So it seems like the biggest lesson was the longer you wait to make a decision has caused the delays. And I feel like that masculine is realizing that by them sitting in the Two of Swords energy, by not making a decision, by not making no moves, has caused them to go through more karmic cycles, has caused them to go through more heartache, more hardship, because they weren't making a choice. They were letting everybody else make the decisions and moves and watching from behind the scenes. And now they're getting forced to make a choice to either to make a move or to leave you alone. And I feel like for a lot of you feminines, the choice for you is either to be open to your past or to move forward with somebody new. But there is a choice that has to be made, because you guys have been causing a karmic cycle in this loop in your love life by having to learn certain lessons to figure out what direction you're going to go in. Yeah, and it was all to build self-love. It was all to love yourselves, okay? And letting go of control issues. It says by trying to control the situation, you'll only slow down your answered prayers. And that was the lesson for a lot of you. Masculine and feminine energy, you've been slowing down your prayers to get that love that you've always been craving for. And at the heart of it, telepathic. Y'all been communicating telepathically to each other, seeing dreams, seeing the signs. It says pay attention to the telepathic messages that are being sent. Receive them at this time. All right. So this is a confirmation that y'all need to receive this message. All right. Bye.